Tired of those sneaky credit card fees eating into your hard-earned money, especially when you're dealing in different currencies? Specifically, have you ever wondered how much is the BMO US dollar MasterCard fee, and what are all the hidden charges I need to know about? Let's kick things off by addressing the most straightforward fee, the annual fee. Every credit card, especially specialized ones like the US dollar MasterCard, typically comes with an annual cost for the privilege of using its services. For the BMO US dollar MasterCard, the standard annual fee is $49 USD. This fee is usually charged within the first monthly statement after you open your account and then annually on the anniversary of your account. It's important to note that even if you don't activate or use your card, this fee will still be applied. Think of it like a subscription charge for having access to the card and its benefits. Now, while $49 USD might seem like a fixed cost, BMO does offer a significant way to get this fee waived. If you spend $3,000 USD or more in 1 year on your BMO US dollar MasterCard, the annual fee for the following year will be rebated. This is a fantastic incentive for those who regularly spend in US dollars, as it effectively makes the card free for high-volume users. So, if you hit that $3,000 USD threshold, you're looking at a $0 annual fee for the subsequent year. This makes a strong case for consolidating your US dollar spending on this card if you're close to that amount. Understanding how interest is calculated is crucial. BMO, like most credit card issuers, offers an interest-free grace period on purchases. This means if you pay your entire balance by the payment due date on your statement, you won't be charged interest on your purchases. The grace period for the BMO US dollar MasterCard is at least 21 days. However, this grace period does not apply to cash advances or balance transfers. Interest on these types of transactions starts accruing from the moment the transaction is posted to your account. So, if you take a cash advance, be prepared to pay interest from day one. Next up, let's talk about those often misunderstood foreign currency conversion fees. You might be thinking, but it's a US dollar MasterCard, why would there be foreign currency fees? That's a great question. The BMO US dollar MasterCard is designed for transactions in US dollars. This means that when you use it to make purchases or cash advances in US dollars, you avoid the typical foreign exchange fees that a Canadian dollar credit card would charge when converting from USD to CAD. However, if you use your BMO US dollar MasterCard to make a purchase in a currency other than US dollars, for example, euros in France, pounds in the UK, or yen in Japan, then a foreign currency conversion fee will apply. BMO states that the exchange rate for converting non-US dollar transactions to US dollars is the rate charged by MasterCard International plus 2.5%. For refunds of non-US dollar transactions, it's the MasterCard International rate minus 2.5%. This means that while the card is excellent for US dollar transactions, it's not ideal for spending in other foreign currencies. If you're a global traveler, you might consider a different card for non-USD international spending. Beyond these core fees, there are other charges that can pop up depending on how you manage your account. Let's delve into some of these. One common fee is the cash advance fee. When you use your BMO US dollar MasterCard to get cash from an ATM or a financial institution, you'll incur a fee on top of the immediate interest charges. For cash advances within Canada, the fee is typically $3.50. For cash advances outside of Canada, the fee increases to $5 USD. Remember, interest also starts immediately on these transactions. So, cash advances should generally be avoided unless it's a dire emergency. Then there are over-limit fees. If your account balance exceeds your credit limit, BMO can charge an over-limit fee, which is generally $29 USD. This fee can be charged when you first exceed your limit and then at the beginning of each subsequent billing period if your balance remains over limit. It's a strong reminder to keep an eye on your spending and your credit limit to avoid these unnecessary charges. Dishonored payment fees are another one to watch out for. If a payment you make to your BMO US dollar MasterCard account is returned or dishonored, for example, due to insufficient funds in your bank account, you'll be charged a fee of $40 USD. The amount of the dishonored payment will also be subject to interest from the date it was reversed. This highlights the importance of ensuring you have sufficient funds available when making payments. If you request a copy of a statement, check, or transaction slip, there's usually a retrieval fee of $5 USD per request. While not a recurring fee, it's good to be aware of if you need historical documentation. For those who use balance transfers, there's often a promotional balance transfer fee. The exact fee for each promotional balance transfer will be disclosed at the time of the offer, but it typically ranges from 1% to 3% of the transferred amount. This fee is charged when the transaction is posted to your credit card account. Lastly, an inactive account credit balance fee might surprise some. If you have a credit balance on your account, meaning BMO owes you money, and there's been no account activity for 12 consecutive billing periods, an inactivity fee of $10 USD or the amount of the credit balance, whichever is less, may be charged. To avoid this, simply make a small purchase or ensure there's some activity on your account. Now that we've laid out the various fees, let's talk about the why behind having a BMO US dollar MasterCard and how its benefits might offset some of these costs. The primary advantage of this card is its ability to eliminate foreign exchange rate fluctuations and fees when making purchases directly in US dollars. This is particularly beneficial for frequent travelers to the US, online shoppers, those who receive income in US dollars. Beyond the core currency advantage, the BMO US dollar MasterCard typically comes with other standard MasterCard benefits. These often include purchase protection, extended warranty, zero liability protection, MasterCard Global Service. These benefits, while common to many credit cards, add an extra layer of security and value to your spending, potentially justifying the annual fee, especially if you take advantage of them. So, how can you strategically minimize or even avoid these fees? Meet the annual fee waiver threshold. Pay your balance in full and on time. Avoid cash advances. Use for US dollar transactions only. Monitor your credit limit. Ensure sufficient funds for payments. Keep your account active if you have a credit balance. Leverage promotional offers wisely. In conclusion, the BMO US dollar MasterCard is a valuable tool for anyone who frequently deals with US dollars. Its primary benefit lies in eliminating foreign exchange fees on USD transactions, making cross-border shopping and travel more cost-effective. With that said, thanks for watching and until next time.